Well, this is me coming out of like I come from a background in like Jungian psychology, right? So I was attempting to like understand my initiatory process through that, and ultimately that was not enough. But what I got out of that was this kind of like capacity to analyze archetypes, and because I approached shamanism outside of a tradition, I was like, it's archetypal. It's an archetypal phenomenon. And so I did feel that this is the crux of my call. I felt a real strong call to kind of retrieve the archetype from the underworld, so to speak, and like because I felt like the archetype itself had been dismembered in our culture, and it had been like put in like fragmented boxes, and so you couldn't be like a shaman anymore. You had to like become an artist, go to art school, become an artist, or go to medical school, become a doctor, or go to graduate school and become a psychologist, and so the original totality of the archetype was dismembered and fragmented. And so I went on an actual, I felt a call to go on an actual kind of underworld journey to retrieve the fragments and weave it all together. And so I would say, yeah, it was under the inspiration of the archetypal spirit of Hermes Mercury. That it wasn't like this was like my arch guide and like the main spiritual inspiration of this workbook. I felt guided by Hermes Mercury to go into the underworld, and Hermes Mercury was really guiding me to the various fragments of the shamanic archetype, and guiding me from like one facet to the next, to the next, to the next. And I was just like picking up the bloody limbs and stitching them together again. And so the workbook is the fruit of about 10 years of a kind of pretty conscious journey to retrieve the archetype in its totality.